Jumpin' Jack. Thanks, Jumpin' Jack, Father Simon and the Collective Souls. I've been umming and ahhing about this for a while. But I think I should say slightly PG,
really?
particularly if you're eating.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I thought today was the day to send it. This is a confession that goes back to 2007 and involves working in a bar in Leeds and a bottle of hot sauce called Da Bomb. To put it into context, Tabasco sauce is on the Scoville heat unit scale 3,750, whereas Da Bomb is 329,900 Scoville heat units.
Oh dear.
That's a lot hotter than Tabasco. There is also a Da Bomb which is 1.5 million SCUs called the Final Answer, but it's not that one. It's the comparatively
Yes,
only terribly
mild.
strong 321,000 one. Anyway, so this is made of hot habanero peppers, natural pepper extract, and concentrated pineapple juice. Though I have a feeling that the concentrated pineapple juice
It's very tasty.
gets lost. Now, this bottle, says Jumpin' Jack, was used in a lot of prank pulling behind the bar amongst each other, but I won't go into that. But for this confession, I believe we used it appropriately and for what was right. We had a term that we used behind the bar for certain customers. These customers used to swagger into the bar after work in their Armani suits.
Oh, yeah.
Demand drinks as soon as possible and then ask for a receipt to
Ugh.
claim back on their expenses. Upon seeing the card that they paid with, we noticed that a lot of these guys, and they were all guys, were called Steve. So because of that, we began to dub them all Steve. I'm sorry it's not Quentin, Matthew.
No.
But they exhibited all the characteristics of Quentins, but they were just called Steve. Entitled, arrogant, hooray Henrys, who would have found Michael Douglas's character in Wall Street, Gordon Gekko, a bit of a pinko liberal, effete, commie-loving hippie. You understand? These guys aren't posh, they're just ghastly. But they thought they were God's gift to women, God's gift to men, and humanity in general. We've all met them. We
Okay.
all know these Steves that you're talking about.
Anything that happens now, everyone's okay.
So one night, a bunch of Steves had been in the bar demanding drinks and trying to impress the women who were just wanting a girls' night out. In fact, just annoying absolutely everyone who wasn't in their group. And surely Sister Susie must know what kind of people I mean here. They go to your pub?
They don't stay for very long.
All right. Wow.
I get rid of them.
Their world revolved around themselves, so naturally the bar had to as well. Look at me in my Armani suit and Gucci loafers with no socks. Another round, barman, and make it snappy. So when they were wanting to show off their maximum Steveness, they demanded shots. So one of our bartenders suggested a flatliner, which normally is Sambuca, tequila, and Tabasco. Quite a nice concoction, unless you use Da Bomb instead.
Oh, dear.
So this is what was tried. Sambuca, tequila, Da Bomb. And then an extra shot for free. On the house. Oh, and maybe one more. Just a little.
Oh, no.
Just a little one. Just when the Steves thought that's probably enough habanero pepper and pepper extract for now, and maybe a little more pineapple juice would be wise. Well, it's too late. That's your drink, sunshine. Over to you. One mouthful, stunned. Second mouthful, even more stunned. Third mouthful, boom! And one by one, we saw them run to the toilets. Came back a few minutes later, we could hear them saying things like, I can normally handle hot sauce, but that was ridiculous. And then they left. Now, Father Simon, it's not this group of Steves that I seek forgiveness from, nor the group of people who wondered why we didn't get rid of them sooner, but it is, of course... This is where I'm just going to tidy things up a little bit. Alex, our cleaner. Certainly none of the Steves gave him a tip when he tried to help spruce them back up because they couldn't claim it on expenses. So Father Simon, Sister Susie, Brother Matthew, even though he's a brother from the gutter, please forgive our stupidity in not thinking about the impact that this had on Alex the cleaner. For that, we are very, very sorry. For the Steves, they can jog on. Thank you in advance, even if it doesn't make it onto the show. I hope it causes a giggle for the research team. Well, let me tell you, the research team are all here. We're all in this room. So Jumpin' Jack, Monday's Confession, all about the bomb and an interesting mixture with Sambuca and tequila. What do you say, Sister Susie?
Well,
from the pub.
Jumpin' Jack, I was with you all the way. I've met these people. They don't come into our pub because we have very lovely regulars that come into the pub. But I have met them many times. We had a similar hot sauce that my one of the guys that work in the pub used to use in Bloody Marys. But he'd ask, he'd like, how hot? Really hot? You sure? And he'd put it in and always had the not quite the same reaction. But you had me until the very end when it is about the cleaner. So I was going to forgive you. I don't think I can because I don't want to be the person that had to deal with that.
Well, I suppose that's right. That's why it had a PG certificate. Obviously, Brother Matthew.
Oh, right, I was obviously going to forgive from day one on this. And I think it just about sails on the right side of the line that we have decided to arbitrarily paint for confessions of what gets on and what doesn't. And, I mean, the pub toilets are always pretty bad, aren't they? So,
Yes.
I'm sure Alex the cleaner was like, oh, yeah, standard Monday night, frankly. This is what I normally have to deal with. So I am going to forgive because, in the end, it was just the bunch of Steves, wasn't it? Getting what they deserved.
Yeah.
So, that's fine by me.